Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to carry on taking a look at some figures from Wave 44 of the Black Series, and that's going to be Cassian Andor and K2SO from Andor Season 2. So taking a quick look at the packaging before we move on to the figures. As you can see, this is the new style Black Series packaging. I'm sure we'll all eventually get as bored of this as we have done the previous iterations, but for now it's new and shiny, so we'll spend a bit of time on it. It's just a nice small box design. You've got the property that these particular characters come from on the bottom with the colour behind it. You've got the character name and number on the right hand side, and the mural artwork that we've all come to know and love over the years, flat now instead of angled. Now we've got K2's box there, and considering these figures are 10 and 11 in the Andor series, they line up to complete the picture. Moving into the meat and potatoes of the video now, we've got Cassian and K2. We're just going to go through them and take a look at them. We'll get the boring one out the way first. This is the exact same figure that came out a few years ago when the Rogue One figures were put into the Galaxy line packaging for the first time. Despite the recent Hasbro promo images making this guy appear more gunmetal grey in colour, he is using the same colour palette as the previous release. And if this one's anything to go by, the new one still won't stand up on your shelf and will fall over the smallest sign of hot weather. Personally, I would have liked to see a new mould for this release, considering how well Hasbro did the New Republic security droid for The Mandalorian. There is some similarity between these designs, and I think it showcased a few parts that, you know, would have looked a little bit better with today's technology and sculpting, but I digress. I've bought it, so I can't really complain too much. It's one for the Andor shelf if nothing else. Now we're going to take a look at the main event, which is of course the new Cassian figure. This is supposedly how he'll appear in the second season of Andor. If any of the behind the scenes reels or the concept art shown at Star Wars Celebration last year is anything to go by, then he should wear this outfit for the majority of the show. And that would also then line up with the opening of Rogue One, when you see him on the Rings of Catherine as he's wearing this exact same outfit. It's a really nice detailed figure. Just give you a close-up of that head sculpt, which in my opinion is the best version of Cassian we've seen in the Black Series so far. The likeness to Diego Luna on that is just undoubtable in my opinion. Then you've got his little jacket. It's got nice details, so just a couple of wires coming out of it, and the ribbed pattern on the sleeves. One thing I'm unsure of is whether the figure is 100% new, as I believe the body underneath this is a reuse. You get very little movement at the shoulders, but he does still have butterfly joints. I'm sure somebody else can help me out with that in the comments if you know any more. He's got his belt. For accessories, you get the small blaster that he uses to take out Tivik on the Rings of Catherine when he becomes a liability. And then you've got his other blaster, which I've popped in the holster here, the A280 CFE convertible blaster pistol. Although this version is just the pistol on its own and doesn't come with any of the other parts to turn it into the assault rifle versions. Just going to give you a quick comparison to a few previous figures of Cassian now, so you can understand how really good that head sculpt is. I'm not quite sure you're ready for this. Here's the Rogue One figure that came out in the Galaxy line a few years ago. That is just night and day. I'm starting to question now who the guy on the right is. And then this is the version from Season 1 of Andor. Again, we believe this was a decent sculpt when it came out, and now we've got this one on the left. I can definitely see some people buying multiple of these and reusing the heads across previous figures of the character. And just something that's worthy of note, if we take a look at the packaging really quick once again, on the side you'll see that he's actually featured with a shoulder bag, and it seems to be wearing gloves. It would have been really nice of Hasbro to include some alternate hands for a change with a Black Series figure, and then also that bag. It really feels like that is missing from the figure after seeing the artwork on the side, but unfortunately we don't get those. It doesn't detract from the figure as a whole though. It is a really good release. Andor is one of my favourite series that's come from the Disney era of Star Wars so far, and I'm very excited for the second season. It's really great to be getting figures from Season 2 so far in advance. So let's bring K2SO back in now, so you can see them both together. So that just about does it for this review, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and there are more reviews from this wave to come, so please subscribe, leave me a comment on this video and click like if you haven't already. Follow me over on Instagram, and if you've got any questions, feel free to shout them out in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.